Hi everybody, happy Vlogmas day 8. I just spent my lunch hour doing some weeding in the front. As I mentioned on my other video, I am just trying to make sure that all the weeds are off our garden. I know it takes a lot of effort, but especially grass, the way that some of the grasses just spread so easily, and we personally don't want grass on our garden. So yeah, right now I'm just relaxing in our little back patio because there's sun, and I think it's supposed to be raining later in the afternoon, so I'm just trying to catch some sun before I have to head back to finish my day at work. But yeah. Hey everybody, it's much later, but we are going to get started with today's vlog. Well, not started, but you know, picking up after our lunch adventure in the garden. But yeah, today I'm gonna be doing the holiday / Christmas tag. So there's 15 questions. They're all Christmas or holiday related, so let's get started. Question number 1, do you like to dress up or stay in your PJs for Christmas? I think it's a mix. I would prefer to just stay in my PJs. And we have, I feel like, for the past few years, but whenever we celebrate with family, we obviously dress up because we go to dinner and we go visit people's houses, so we are not wearing our pajamas. We're usually dress up. Question number 2, have you ever built a gingerbread house? I have. It's actually really fun. I think the only 2 times that I can think of were one time for work. It was like a competition. It's like part of the holiday party, and 2, I think I bought gingerbread houses and I took them to my cousin's house because that's where we were for Christmas. I vaguely remember, but I don't really remember. I know it was with my cousins, but I don't really remember like when. This was a really long time ago. Question number 3, candy cane or gingerbread cookies? This is easy. I'm gonna say gingerbread cookies because I like cookies over any candy, and I feel like even whenever I had a candy cane, like I would never finish it, so cookies. Question number 4, what is a holiday tradition that you enjoy? So for me, I don't think I keep a lot of family or holiday traditions. I think my favorite thing is having an advent calendar. That's probably a tradition that I remember from when I was a kid. My dad used to buy me like the chocolate advent calendars, and I always really liked that. I know like it is harder to get vegan ones, but the past few years we've been able to find them, and I had them. This year we didn't go shopping for one, so I don't have an advent calendar this year, but that is probably my favorite tradition. And something that I also really like, that it was a tradition when we had our holiday party in person, or whenever we went to like a friend's holiday party. I love white elephant like exchanges. They're so fun. I just love that. There's just like so much energy, and like, you can like take the gifts and like swap them out. It's just really fun. I always just found them to be really funny, and you can do like, you know, like a white elephant with like really good gifts, or you can do a white elephant with gag gifts, or like a mixture, and it's always really funny. So I really enjoyed those 2 things. I think those are like my favorite 2 things. I lost track. Question number 5, favorite Christmas movie? So I'm gonna say I don't have one because I don't really watch Christmas movies. I feel like I do that more for like Halloween. And I can't really think of a lot of Christmas movies other than The Grinch, and that's not my favorite Christmas movie, so I'm gonna say I don't have any. Next question, do you open presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? So we open gifts on Christmas Day. Even though my family celebrates during Christmas Eve and Adam's family celebrates during Christmas Day, and we open gifts Christmas Day most of the time, like with his family. Like my family celebrates during the Eve, but we open Christmas presents at midnight, so therefore it's Christmas Day. So we open Christmas gifts on Christmas Day. Be honest, do you like to give gifts or receive gifts? I think this is a tough question because I think it's a little bit of both. I'm not gonna lie, I like getting gifts, but I think, if I'm being honest, I like receiving gifts. I like the thought that comes, you know, when somebody thinks about you or wants to give you something, but I'm also very particular about what I receive. So I'm gonna say I think I'd rather give a gift than receive one, because sometimes it could be difficult to shop for me, and I much rather somebody just like donate that money to a charity that I like, or if they know something I really want, that'd be great. But sometimes if I get gifts, sometimes I know people mean well, and I'm not trying to be like a shitty person for saying this, but sometimes I think people are just trying to get you something because I feel like they have to get you something even if they don't know you very well, and sometimes they just spend their money on something that you don't really like and you have to return it, or you know, like you have to like give it away or whatever. So I think the thought is really nice and it's very thoughtful of people, but I think I'd much rather just get people gifts. Although I hate shopping, so it's complicated. But I do like picking out a gift if I see something that I like and that I know somebody would like, and then, you know, you just give a gift for any reason, not just because it's the holidays and you feel like obligated to give somebody something. But I enjoy gifting things, especially if I know it's gonna make that person happy. So yeah, I much rather give gifts. I already lost track of where I was, but what's your favorite Christmas drink? So for Christmas drinks, so I used to really like peppermint mochas, I'm not gonna lie, but I haven't had one in years. Like I can't even think how long ago it was the last time I had one. And other Christmassy drinks, so I'm gonna say just hot apple cider, because I discovered that for the first time a couple months ago. To be fair, I just didn't think I was gonna like it, and I'm also a very picky eater and drinker, so sometimes I just won't try stuff because I just don't think I'm gonna like it. But I recently had hot apple cider and it was good, and I really like it, and I feel like that's kind of like holiday drink, and it keeps you warm, and it's super simple, and it tastes good. So apple cider, hot apple cider. And you could add some whiskey in there or whatever, but if you want to, you know, spice it up a little bit. One thing you dislike about the holidays. This is super easy. There's so many things I dislike about the holidays. I think the thing that I dislike about the holidays the most is that the pressure that everybody feels sometimes, because like I felt it before, where feel like the holidays, and maybe not for everybody, but at least this is what I feel about the holidays. I think they have become so like, this may sound so bad, but I feel like there's just kind of like an obligation when it comes to doing things a certain way, or you know, having things to be perfect, or buying the perfect gift for people. And I think for me it's just tough because I don't particularly like feeling that I have to follow things based on tradition, or because my family did this, or because you know, we're related to somebody, we have to go visit. I think that to me is just like putting pressure on a person, and it shouldn't be like that. Like, I understand that like people enjoy spending the holidays with their families, and you know, I do too as well, but not all the time. And I feel like, to me, is not having that pressure of, you know, having to get gifts for everybody, having to cook a certain meal, having to like decorate like a certain way. Like, I feel like there's just a lot of pressure, and it's turned into a very like materialistic holiday, just because we're bombarded with constant sales and like gifts and like that type of pressure. I just don't like it. I think that's my least favorite thing. Hopefully there's a question about like what you like about the holidays later or something. Do you do advent calendars? Yes, I already mentioned this. I love advent calendars. I don't have one this year, but I do love them. And I have actually considered buying a reusable one, because I usually just get the chocolate ones, and you know, like you poke holes through them and then you can recycle the cardboard. But I think actually a friend of mine got a wooden, I mean, it kind of looks like an advent calendar. It's just like a wooden little box that has like tiny little like drawers on it, and she decorated it and I loved it. She actually posted it earlier this month, and I thought that was a great idea, because since I always like to do advent calendars, and sometimes like this year I didn't get one, having a reusable one would be super cool, because then I can just have Adam fill it with stuff. So yeah, maybe I would probably do that. That was not the question, but too bad. What else? What are your plans for Christmas? So for this Christmas, we don't really have any big plans. We're staying home. Mojo is having her best friend Shasta come over. She's staying with us for a week, so the girls are celebrating Christmas together. So I'm pretty sure we are probably just gonna stay here, and maybe if the weather is nice, go on a nice walk or hike. I'm sure Adam will make something delicious to eat, but really pretty much just relax and keep it simple. One of my friends did text me mentioning that they might have a get-together at their house, like a very small get-together, so we might do that if that happens, but other than that, we don't have any big plans. Do you celebrate Christmas with your family? Yeah, I mean, I celebrate with Adam, Mojo, and Barley. That's my family, so yes, I celebrate Christmas with my family. But extended family, we do, not every year, but we do whenever possible. And sometimes, yeah, sometimes we go to 2 houses, sometimes we're at 1 house. My cousin hosted Christmas a couple of years ago, and I think maybe next year we might host Christmas and invite family over. Still not sure, not 100%. We haven't made plans or anything, but that's kind of like what I've been thinking, just because we haven't had Christmas with our family for a couple of years now. What's the next question? How do you decorate your home for Christmas? So we have never been super into decorating for Christmas, because Adam and I have lived in apartments until last year, where we, you know, now we own our house. But it's always just been very simple. We do have the stockings for each of us, and we have like a small tiny tree that I decorate, and it was actually, the tree was for Wally originally, which, you know, he passed away. So now the tree is Mojo's and Barley's. But it's just kind of like a really small tree. Adam, a couple of years ago, has bought me like the small trees. We don't put big trees up just because I don't like fake trees, and having a real tree with a dog and a cat, I just don't see I honestly don't see how that is a good idea. Maybe next year. But yeah, we just keep it super simple, like the stockings. And then last year I bought a few more things. This is our second Christmas here, so, and with the pandemic last year we didn't really do much. This year we bought some holiday lights that kind of look like icicles, so those are supposed to be arriving on Friday, so maybe we'll put them up over the weekend. So keeping it super simple, I usually put a wreath at the front door, stockings, tiny tree, and a little bit of lights inside the house. So super simple, nothing too crazy. What is it? Oh, what's your favorite Christmas song? Well, it has to be Jingle Bells. Mainly, well, I mean, there's two. So, okay, Jingle Bells for sure, because I changed the lyrics, and I'm not gonna sing them or anything, but I always kind of just mention my best friend, and it was kind of like an inside joke with her, so she knows why I like Jingle Bells. And then I also like this song from there's a group, I don't even think they exist anymore, I think they separated, but it was called A Good Night, and they had a song that was called Christmas in California, and I thought that was kind of cute. So, oh, and last question, number 15, what do you like the most about Christmas? Well, I'm glad that question is there, because I sounded like a Grinch with the other one. I think what I like the most about Christmas, or the holiday season, is so I love the decorations, just because I just like seeing everything festive and you know, like happy, and it's just fun seeing all the lights. But aside from that, I think what I like the most about the holidays is like spending time together with your loved ones, but if there is like no pressure. I have really fun memories of holidays that I spent with family when I was a kid, and I think as a kid you feel like there's not a lot of pressure on you, so I kind of like that. As I gotten older, I feel like I always just kind of feel the pressure of the holidays, and I just don't like that feeling of having to do things a certain way, or you know, following traditions. I think I'm just more of a, I want to have a good time. And so my video just got cut off, and I don't know what actually recorded, so I'm just gonna answer question 15 really quickly. The thing that I like the most about Christmas or the holidays, I'm gonna say Christmas lights. I love the decorations, I love how everything looks so happy. And then two, spending time with loved ones, but time that is not like with a lot of pressure, or feeling like you have to do things a certain way, or you have to feel the pressure of like inviting people or having gifts or all that stuff. Like I kind of just spending time with loved ones, even though I'm not with them, like I still call them and, you know, wish them a happy holiday. And I do, I mean, obviously I love spending time with my husband and Mojo and our cat, and that's kind of good enough for me. So I hope you enjoy Vlogmas Day 8th, and also getting to know me a little bit better with this Christmas tag. I am gonna tag a couple of friends that I've been making recently through Vlogmas in a group, so I will be tagging them below. And then if they want to do the tag, or if you want to do the tag, I will leave the questions also down below so you can do it. So that's it. I will see you tomorrow.